Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Western and Pirate science fantasy campaign. So, where last we left off, the group had quite the conversation about whether or not they were going to help Jed with his goal of blowing up the town. And after that very long conversation, they had a very quick Dragonelle ride over to Creator's Hollow, where they have landed and we are now beginning our adventure. So it's probably like 10:15 when you all touch down on the docks. There's definitely a lot of dock workers that are kind of looking at you all kind of funny, as one of them, probably a Triton, kind of comes up and, sorry, you're gonna, where are they going? We might
Well,
need this for a boat.
isn't that just a great question? Would you mind pointing us somewhere we might be able to house such fine creatures?
I, I'm not sure we have something for things this size.
Oh,
If
well,
they were
fabulous.
regular, if they were horses, we have plenty of stables in town, but various inns, but they're all roofed.
Perhaps a farmhouse outside of town.
I, good luck.
Well, thank you. You've been incredibly unhelpful. I suppose they'll just follow behind us for now. Have a nice day.
I feel like when we touch down, Chauncey's maybe after the first day, he's done a small addition to the saddle that him and Jed were riding in. And it had a little like side compartment that like Cinnamon and Taily Poe were just like riding like a sidecar on a motorcycle with little
That's
helmets.
adorable. I
Oh
love
my
Yes.
that.
God.
I love it.
And Chauncey's just like he's getting the children out of their side carriage.
Cinnamon likes to feel tall.
Aw. Could he have been dismissed on the ride? Maybe. Did he want to be? He did not.
The
Of
little
course.
baby dragon riding on the slightly larger
Put this wings out like.
Oh my God. All right. So I guess you somehow make your way through the city. Where is your current destination? Because there are two different places that you all could be going.
We still gotta find some place to stick these big bastards.
You do.
Do
Unsure of
you,
where that's going to happen, but
do you think your mom's yard can fit them for a little bit?
it's like a postage stamp in the middle of the city.
It's like a pretty small garden, Chauncey. I think they trample the roses.
I mean, we might have room at my parents', but I'm worried about the bats.
Aren't the bats in like the attic?
Yeah, but
Do you think we're putting these giant horse dragons in an attic?
I don't. Maybe they might eat a bat. Do you think they eat bats?
Probably.
I don't want them to eat them like bats.
How many bats could they possibly eat?
Did you see them with their chickens last night?
Marsages.
One chicken is like 20 bats.
That's a good point. That's a really
All right,
solid
so
point.
do you want to stop by your family first then to drop off the rides?
I mean, if
Marseille is much more than just a ride. Okay,
He's
she's
a
an
lovely
elegant
beast.
creature. Thank you.
Mhm,
what
mhm.
did you name yours, Jed, again?
I don't remember.
I don't think you
Cinnamon
all ever
2.
came up with a name. Cinnamon 2. Cinnamon Junior.
No, that's cinnamon.
I was about to say that'd
three.
be cinnamon 3 because the horse was cinnamon.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
count the horse.
Jed hates horses,
We
just
have
like
cinnamon,
his player.
cinnamon, and
That is
cinnamon
not a
too.
horse girl.
Exactly. The sequel to Cinnamon.
Cinnamon the horse was the one from the 80s that nobody really watches anymore. Cinnamon is the reboot from 2001, and Cinnamon 2 is the sequel to the 2001 movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is this the Netflix mature remake with sex in it?
The gritty reboot.
A gritty
Oh,
satanic reboot like Sabrina.
Yeah.
Well, that was a comic book first, I will say.
Girl.
I think it literally was Sabrina was a comic book, The Teenage Witch,
Mm-hmm.
then the TV show with Melissa Joan Hart,
Mm-hmm.
and
There was
then
a movie before the TV show.
oh, there was a
Is
movie
there
before the
really?
TV
Yeah,
show.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
Melissa
God.
Joan Hart. First Sabrina was the movie version, and then
I know there were a couple
Miller
of cartoons, but I don't really
gave
count
her a
them because
TV
they
show.
didn't.
Oh,
But
I
anyway,
missed the
and then the
cartoon.
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina was inspired by the old comic, I want to say, and then the Netflix one was all based off that one. So yeah, that show was so good until halfway through the second season, and then it just
It was
imploded
really good.
horribly.
Yeah.
The first season was so good.
Mhm.
It sucks. Anyway, so you all are, I guess, making your way over to the Og's Old Promise, uh,
Um,
the the hospital in the middle of the city. Um, it's very easy to spot from far away as you do see the belfry rising into the air. Um, it's probably at this point that you probably see a few bats finishing, sort of flying up into the belfry, the last of the bats, the stragglers. Um, and as you open the door to the Og's Old Promise, there are actually a few people in the waiting room. One of them clearly looks like they vomited at some point. They're holding onto a trash can, looking very pale. But there's only about like three or four people in the waiting room. Um, and I would say that you see your mother come downstairs into the dimly lit waiting room and opens the door and quietly calls one of the people through, looks up, meets your eyes for a moment, and then puts up a finger and then takes the patient, shutting the door. It's probably about 5 minutes before she comes back down, opens the door. Oh my God, it's been so long I don't remember her voice.
mm,
I think it was slightly British. Chauncey, welcome. Um, you came back to visit.
We're just stopping in town. We're actually gonna go check out the swamp a few hours off. Do we still have that empty lot adjacent to the clinic and back? You bought that, right? Did you fence it in?
Um, yes, I did. I'm I don't remember what it was before, but why?
Can we leave some just our rides back there, maybe?
Do you not have stables for your horses?
Oh, they're not horses, Mother. They're
And
dragonelles.
I
They're
think at
little
this point there's a dragon face that like kind of comes down to one of the windows. Oh,
Cinnamon too.
God damn it.
um,
I'm sorry about him.
We have
I guess
plenty of
so.
chicken. They're not going to eat the bats. Just maybe tell the bats not to fly too close to down there for the day. We are we going to see your mom, Jed? Is that the plan?
I mean, we don't have to go like immediately, but
Oh, what are we? Okay, I'm not. I mean, we could also go. Is Dad home? I could go talk to my dad.
Yes,
Family
he
dinner.
is. He is home. He's probably in his study, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind making you all breakfast. Have you all had breakfast?
Oh,
No, by the way, I'm Adrien.
Oh, oh, yes, I was about to ask. It seems you got a new party. What happened to the other one?
something about the Feywild, I think.
Oh,
Mm.
Spirited away.
all right then.
It's all right. This one can hold its weight.
All right.
Mm.
Well, of course, if you could all follow me upstairs, I'll get you all situated, have some breakfast. Um, you said you were going to the swamp, she says, while continuing up the stairs as you all are following.
Hmm. Do you know anything about it?
Um, I know they have their own sort of food culture, very um sort of shrimp and rice and tomatoes and that kind of thing. Um,
Hmm.
they also tend to like their food a bit spicy over there. I've had some myself. I'm not the most wild about it, but if they like it, who's to judge? Um, a lot of different folk over there, a lot of lizard folk over there. Um, they're
Racist.
also fond of fish. I'm sorry,
A
what?
bug game.
All right then. Anyway, I'm sure your father has a book on. Anyway,
It's got a book on everything.
I'm sure he does. I've tried to keep a cap on the spending, but you know how your father is. When he finds a book and he has his heart set on it, he'll buy it at any cost. He bought another book on beetles.
I knew it was going to be Beatles. I swear to God.
It's the 14th edition of the book, and they only redid one illustration, but he had to have the newest version of it, because you never know what you update. It was one illustration. Anyway,
Fabulous.
well, I'm sure he'd be willing to make you breakfast. Um,
Thank you.
Well, I'll stick around for that.
Yeah, we haven't had the chance to cook. We just flew into town and yeah.
you
Literally.
watch as she kind of leans over into the sort of living room library area. Oh, Isidore, darling. Chauncey has come for a brief visit. Do you mind making breakfast? Well, and he just hops up. What do you all want? I don't remember what his voice is either. I think he was also British. Well, I'll be. Do you want some tea? Want some?
Oh,
How about
well,
waffles?
Dad, anything you have on hand. I know that
whatever's the
I know
least
you don't
trouble.
have to cook for Mom and Winnie half the time. Just whatever you have.
Waffles it is. They have this new gadget. It's called a waffle maker. It presses them into the shape. How wonderful. And he pulls out like the ye old fashioned waffle maker that like you have to heat with like an open
Yes.
flame.
Love it.
It's not electric version. And he starts whipping up a batter real quick. Darling, do you have a book on the swamps? Oh, yeah, look under B. I think they call it the Bayou over there.
Hmm.
Wonderful. And she kind of almost floats across the open room and kind of starts searching. Well, we have this and this one, and mm, might as well grab that one. And she hands you several books. Most of them are just geography, general sort of anthropological stuff. And there's one that is a cookbook of Bayou, flavors of the Bayou. That has kind of a wooden shack suspended on stilts over grass-filled water underneath a moonlit sky with plenty of Spanish moss and other things. It's a beautiful blue hard cover book. And she gives them to you. Have a peruse while he's getting the waffle. Do you have syrup? Yep. I think somewhere. Oh, where did I put that? Oh, it's right here. And he pulls out a big old jug of molasses.
Hmm.
It's probably going to be a few minutes before the waffles are done, so make yourselves comfortable.
Thanks. Chauncey's been like trying to cover his neck tattoos at this point.
Oh,
Oh,
Just like,
mm,
thank you.
Oh
uh-huh.
I,
no.
I really
The
had to
first time
button
mom and
my
dad saw
shirt
your
up.
tattoos.
Yeah.
All right.
I completely forgot about that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, so as you all read through these books, um, This place is kind of a superstitious place. There's a lot of people there that practice a lot of various forms of older magic. They don't call it things like casting. They call it things like weaving and storytelling and singing and pushing or pulling. They don't call it the traditional casting.
Oh,
Um,
Adrian is gonna have so much fun.
there's a lot of stuff about using materials foraged from the land, using what's around you, not so much trying to get obscure ingredients, but figuring out what can, sort of down home stuff. There's also a lot of stuff about kitchen witchery specifically, using food to make magic. There's also a lot of stuff about the creatures that are there. Things like will-o'-the-wisps and talking animals and that sort of thing. Um, and you do read through some of the recipes of this place. There's stuff like jambalaya and catfish and sort of other things like that. That they like cooking. Lots of shrimp, lots of prawns. There's even like some
This is my
alligator and
roommate,
stuff like
guys.
that.
It's
Hello.
fine. He's in my D&D group.
Just like watching them.
Oh no, Mom. Like, okay.
And just randomly, all right, okay.
Okay.
So
We got a
yeah,
visitor.
it's
Cool.
kind of stuff like that. So you get kind of a picture of what the Bayou looks like. There's a lot of sea elves, a lot of lizard folk, a lot of bullywugs and Lakota, which are like catfish-shaped people. Not a lot of humans live out there. Not a lot of regular elves live out there. It's mostly water associated people. They tend to live on houses with stilts and, kind of above the water. They boat from place to place. Um, and yeah, they're generally considered to be a superstitious but boisterous and fun-loving people.
Given how much I know about bayous, I've never been happier to be a race that doesn't need to breathe.
Mm. Yeah. I will say from the maps, the closest town, it's not on the edge of the bayou, but it is kind of like a few miles in, is called Bog End. And that's probably actually the biggest settlement in the bayou. Most of it is people living on their own, people living in very small family groups or very small friend groups. There aren't a lot of sort of like named towns or places like that around. It's more of just solitary confinement and sailing from place to place across the bayou. And there's a lot of emphasis on um, sort of family and community and things like that that don't require cities or road networks or things like that. They're able to sustain themselves on their own. Um,
Um, Lyla? Sorry, I
Yes.
didn't know if you were finished. Uh, we're probably gonna need your particular brand of charm when we get to this place.
And I'm not even sure we know where this place is exactly.
Sorry, did I jump the gun?
hmm I know we're
Well,
heading into the bayou, but like
That's a good
honestly,
point.
I was about to.
Anybody see
I was about to.
anything about cursed houses,
Okay.
ancient ritual sites, sites of mass murder? I'm spitballing here about where we found the other knives.
Investigation check in the
Yes.
book.
Good idea.
sure.
investigation.
Have a D4 from my archive. I'll give you extra D4 on that check.
Not me.
I did a 12.
Go ahead and give that to someone else.
Chauncey.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, this is indeed a bog.
Well, don't you have advantage from someone's help action.
22. Ooh, if I have advantage. Okay. Advantage. And
Oh wait, I think I do have some
27.
skill.
27. So there isn't anything specific about mass murder. There are references to things that exist, sort of shadows that move on their own, um, creatures that can turn into other things, old sort of hags that just live just out of sight and prey on children and drunk people and other things like that. Um, there's also a reference to there's a belief that the swamp itself is a living thing and it moves things around as it sees fit. The deeper you get into the swamp, the more control the swamp has over itself, to the point where if the swamp decides it doesn't want to let you go, it won't let you go. However, there are beings that can help. There are these creepy boatmen that sometimes, for a price, will pick you up and take you to where you need to go, as well as a creature known as Thousand Teeth that is kind of worshipped as an ancestor by the lizard folk that can tell you where things are, and knows quite a bit of things. And the priestesses and shamanesses of the lizard folk can apparently commune with Thousand Teeth to a degree.
Based on all of our experiences so far, we need to now presume the swamp is alive and trying to trap us. And there are horrible thousand teeth lizard folk gods in the swamp. Love this for us.
Which, no, I do not believe my particular talents will be incredibly helpful with.
I was looking more towards your sense of charm in regards to the locals.
Aren't the locals like didn't we just say like horrible?
They're nice.
They're nice and fun-loving, but they do have their traditions.
Okay.
Also, if push comes to shove, we always have our resident pyromaniac here.
And that is true.
We don't need to light a swamp on fire.
Probably
I
wouldn't
mean,
burn very well.
oh,
Yeah, swamps don't
actually,
burn very well.
gases.
Yeah, I was gonna say, low-key, aren't swamps actually like particularly flammable because of the gases that reside there?
There are a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
gases.
There could be like
We can
Just
try
throwing that out
talking.
there. Wait, yeah, talking.
We could try
let's
talking.
do that.
We don't have to resort to instantly flame them from above.
Oh, wait, okay. So wait, above game, what did we say the primary races are in here? Thurbolgs,
sea elves, lizard folk,
The elves,
and
lizard folk, like oceanic.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I've
it's kind
seen
of the oceanic people have moved inland as when the waters of Ponderosa disappeared, kind of dealio.
have I synced a sea elf before?
Oh,
Isn't Delmus a sea elf or something? He's a
no,
Triton.
Delmus
Delmus is a
Triton.
Triton.
Same difference.
So,
Close enough.
no, not the same.
well, sea elves are not Triton. Triton have scales. Sea elves do not.
Right.
so just think of like a Triton without scales.
Be a Triton and just call everybody cousin. See how that works.
We've seen furbolgs before, right?
You have seen furbolgs. They're not as common in the Bayou as they are in other places, and they are kind of rare in other places because they do kind of mainly congregate on Big Sky.
Okay, well, shit. Then maybe let's go in as a firbolg. I mean that's just it's a thought, yeah. Suppose I could try to imitate the local denizens, gain the trust, see if there's any local legends worth pursuing. If that's the kind of thing he was talking about.
Cool.
I thought he wanted you to just fuck everybody for a hot second there. But...
Oh, yeah. No. But thank you for your unending faith.
Where are those waffles at?
At this point, yeah,
Honestly, though,
I would say at this
just, I
point they
mean,
are
some
they are done. They're
molasses.
being put in front of you. You are given. I'm just gonna give you the jug of molasses and let you pour it yourselves. I trust you. You're all our adults. Um,
Jed is
I
already
will.
midway drowning his waffle in molasses.
Well, all right.
What?
You did the same thing every time.
I'm gonna go read a book. I will. If you need me, call for me.
Bye, Dad. It was nice
He's,
seeing you.
he's not eating with us.
I guess not. It's sometimes my family's a little weird.
I mean, not gonna complain.
I think my sister's still in bed. I don't know.
I'll take the free food either way, I suppose.
So yeah, you continue to eat your waffles. They are incredibly good waffles. They're like Belgian waffles.
You learned it.
And the molasses is very sweet. Um, a little too sweet to some who may have overindulged in syrup for their waffles.
This is what I wanted.
Got a
It's kind of
sweet
the
tooth,
you've eaten so
okay?
much your teeth kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
which is like, whoop, I've had too much sugar. Um, but yeah, once you finish your waffles, I think maybe like 2 or 3 minutes before you finish your waffles, you do hear a door down the hall open and an operatic good morning just running through all the notes in various runs as you see um Winifred. I nearly forgot the name. Winifred kind of prancing into the kitchen. Oh,
Okay.
waffles!
That's a little much.
Chauncey! As she runs over and hugs
Oh,
you, her hair kind of bouncing as she hugs
Ugh.
you. How
Hey,
long are you
Winnie,
back for?
just a little bit. We're gonna, um, Dad made waffles here. You, are you eating solid food now?
I mean, I try every once in a while. Um, you know, things still taste.
That's good. The last time I saw you, I thought you were turning into a vampire.
Well,
Are you turning into a vampire more?
I don't know. Haven't really been checking. Sometimes days go by and I don't eat, but it's fine. I have waffles now. As she just pours molasses on it. Oh, so where y'all heading? As she just starts eating a waffle.
Swamp. We're going to the swamp.
Oh,
into the bayou.
Have you ever
oh,
been?
no, but I wanted to go. They were tossing around at the Grand Old Opry, having one where they showcase sort of Bayou music, and they have this instrument called a banjo. And it is so cool to watch someone play it because it looks like they're picking very slow, but they can like really get a bunch of notes in. It's so cool.
Hmm.
But I've never gone. I want to though. Wish I could.
Okay. Wait a minute. Am I proficient? Do I have a banjo?
I don't
Banjo
think you do.
proficiency?
I swear to God, I'm
I
not.
think you took violin and flute.
I
I
did.
mean,
I did take a violin and a flute. Yes. Yes.
there are some good bog violin music.
But it's not a banjo.
Oh, it's not.
And technically they fiddle, not
Yeah.
Lee,
violin.
that's Adrien, by the way. He's new. Our last party member got taken by a bunch of fairies, but he's
Oh,
okay, I think.
Got
Probably.
taken by a bunch of fairies.
well, it was one very powerful fairy with a flaming sword. Flaming swords seem to be a theme in this campaign. Um,
Evidently.
He's a
anyway.
Dhampir too. He's like ancient.
Uh,
Oh, that is interesting.
oh, I'm just a few centuries old.
Oh, I well, I guess aside from mom, I haven't really met one that's lived more than a century.
Let's see, how old am I again?
She like 300 something.
Background 735 years old.
Jesus.
Well then, all right. Okay. So
Are you
we're
are you older than Chauncey's parents?
He is.
Yeah,
yes.
I could be your grandpa.
It's
Uh,
beautiful.
Oh
um,
Add a
God.
few greats.
Yeah.
so where in Ponderosa are you from? Where'd they pick you
Oh,
up from?
I'm from the city of Bats, but circumstances sort of brought me to where they live.
Oh, what's the City of Bats? I've never heard of that before.
My dear, you would love it. It is a city made entirely of Dhampirs and vampires and all kinds of creations. It is amazing. And there's blood in all the fountains.
That sounds unsanitary.
Oh, but
It
it's
it was actually
So y'all went there.
We passed through it.
Oh.
momentarily.
It wasn't exactly safe for most of us to go inside, probably.
Minor
just a little
deviation.
bit.
All right. Well, well, Ben, I'm gonna finish my waffles. I have rehearsals to go to. Um,
It was nice seeing you, sis.
yes, it was
Good
lovely to
luck.
see you as well.
Keep
Nice meeting
singing.
you.
And
I'll send you
she,
ascending.
oh, wonderful! I can't wait. And she runs back to her room with her plate of waffles.
I like her.
Oriented family.
Yeah.
I was just gonna turn to Jen and be like, "Do you want to go?
Yeah.
But
We
waffles.
suck sometimes. Can we just
Chun-
go?"
Yeah, your family's a bit odd. I mean, I'm not one to talk. It's not like any of the people I'm related to are
Wait,
sane.
what? They're odd? They seem normal to me.
Mm, sure they did.
So as you
Again, not that that can be said of any of us either. So,
Right.
so as you pass out of the lobby, you see there's only one person left that your mother is kind of pulling into the clinic, and she gives you a little wave as you all leave back out into the bright sunlight, which is seems way brighter than it was when you came in, mostly because of the shadows that are naturally inherent to the Og's old promise. It is practically blinding, like a flashbang when you step outside. But your eyes quickly adjust, and you are able to continue through town over to the Rose Inn.
mhm.
I'll do a sending spell to my mom while we're walking over to say that hey mom, we're in town. Gonna stop by for a bit.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have you all eaten breakfast? I think we still have some sausage and grit. And eventually the message just gets cut off.
Do you guys want second breakfast?
I'll take some.
Um,
Breakfast.
This one I'll have more protein.
It's not literally just waffles. As you get to the lovely, quaint little sort of two-story cottage and open the door, you do smell sausage and eggs and bacon and grits and maybe a bit of oatmeal and other things like that. Is you see Cassie and your mom kind of in the kitchen whipping up some stuff. You do see there are some guests here. That are eating breakfast before probably heading out for the day. It's probably not full. It's probably only about maybe two or three out of the five rooms that you know they have upstairs that are filled, but it's still business. And your mother, welcome back, Jed. And she gives you a
Uh,
hug.
hey, Mom. Hi, Cassie. How's everything going?
Oh, everything's going great so far. It's a little bit of the slow season, but business is still business.
Nice. Well, we would love some eggs and sausage, I think. That would be.
All right, well, coming right up. And you watch as she dishes you all up plates, and your mom and Cassie put them all in front of you. Well, hopefully it's not like last time and we don't have an angel busting through the front door.
You know, I can't ever fully say that won't happen. Um, but I don't
We just
think
fixed
so.
that thing. You do see it is a completely different door.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure we ain't gonna be too terribly long anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Valacar.
Valacar, what's
Hey.
up?
Somebody said second breakfast.
I'm not sure we met. When did we get two new party members?
Have we not?
Well, this is Valacar. He's sort of been around the whole time in a way. Um,
And your mother and Cassie both give you weird looks.
yeah. And Adrien's new. Valentrio's sort of got taken by a bunch of fairies.
Oh,
He's good
Better
though.
place.
you make that sound like a dog y'all got rid of. Anyway.
He's he's at the farm upstate.
Oh God.
Well,
Yep.
so where y'all planning on heading? I sounds like you're not staying in town for too long.
No, maybe just for the night. If we could have some rooms.
Oh, yeah, I think if I check the log, she kind of reaches over and pulls, it's a very small room, of course, so she's able to do that and kind of looks through. I think we only have three of the rooms, and both of them are checking out at 11 o'clock today, so I think we have enough room for everyone.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Is anyone staying in the cacti room?
The
Shaw's a big
cacti
fan of the
room.
cactus room, the wallpaper you picked out, Cassie.
Well,
Love it.
I'm happy it's still up. We're still working on getting the other rooms wallpapered. They're not going to be wallpapered with the happy cactus wallpaper. We told you this.
That could just be a special room, I think.
What if you did each room a different theme?
A different happy plant.
I love it.
Different happy theme. One could
Sunflower room.
be cactuses. One could be just don't do roses. It'd
Do
be
a
too-
trestle room.
No, not a rose anywhere.
You want us to not do roses at the Rose Garden Inn.
No.
Listen.
That could be like the honeymoon suite.
That
Most of these rooms end
I'm
up being
guessing.
the honey room suite at some point. Anyway.
Abner downstairs as usual.
Yes. He's still working on perfecting his rosé.
Still?
I know. He got into vodka for a little bit for some reason. Don't know why. But now he's back on rosé. He wants a one with a lighter, more floral flavor than what he had before. I don't know. I thought it was
All right.
fine.
Well, God bless him.
You have an investor over here who might just buy up the entire stock,
Was
honestly.
just going to say if he's
Oh yeah,
looking for
Mom, we need a
sample.
lot of wine.
Yeah, if he needs to unload that wine.
I guess. I mean, you can definitely talk to him in the basement.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
no,
were
that
worried
sounds
about
like-
Abner's financial future, worry no more.
Got you. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go visit Abner.
All right. Valacar and I'll take a trip downstairs to see him then.
All right. Yep. So you head down into the basement where you see Abner kind of
Hey,
um
Abner.
hunched over his sort of lab equipment as he's kind of swirling around the some of the rosé.
You doing nerd shit down here?
Uh, yes, I do happen to be doing that. Try these. And he hands you, just without even saying hello, just hands you two sort of snifters of rosé.
Okay.
Try to do the wine tasting experience of it.
Uh-huh.
It's very pink.
Well, it's a
Hmm.
rosé, so I was hoping it would be. But is it light enough? Does it remind you of a lovely spring evening in a rose garden?
Oh yeah, 100%. You nailed it.
Well, I was going to say that it's still a bit bitter on the back end and has a air of hazelnut underneath. That's not
Also,
I
in the
that
was worried
I
about the
also picked up on the air
hazelnut.
of hazelnut.
I was worried about the hazelnut, so I guess I'll have to completely cut it. That's fine.
Well,
Um,
listen, bud. My friend Valakar here is a big fan of wine. And we might be interested in buying like a lot of
and
um,
a very large bag.
it.
oh, okay. I
Sorry.
mean, I have my collection over here, and he kind of walks over to a whole rack that is completely filled top to bottom. Um, some of
Your
the
thing
slots even
works,
have two.
Valakar, with like just like one really expensive bottle, right?
Hmm?
You got any like really expensive shit, Abner?
Um, I have, and he kind of slides open a sort of sliding drawer at the bottom and reaches into the back and pulls out. It is, it has a sort of silver metal thing over the top of it. Red wax. It is covered in dust and cobwebs. Um,
Whoa.
and he kind of turns it around. I think this is the most expensive one I have. It was fished off of a shipwreck, a ghost ship. They're not sure of what the vintage is, and given the label, it's completely possible that this might have been pre-apocalypse.
Oh,
Chip. Cool.
I think it's a red.
About how much you think that's worth?
Oh, it could go anywhere from I managed to get it at auction for a steal. They were just trying to sell everything. People underestimate wine. It's possible that this bottle alone, depending on how old it is, could be anywhere from maybe 5,000 to 20,000 gold.
Okay, that seems
Well,
a
that's
little
maybe
bit
a little high.
unnecessary.
Uh,
Maybe
what does your thing need it to be, Valakar?
something more in the range of like a nice romantic evening.
A nice romantic evening. And he puts the bottle way in the back and then pulls
You know,
out another one. This is
known for
definitely
my
a
romance.
post-apocalypse red. Um, Probably about maybe 150, 200 gold.
That's about the button.
I think this was one of the first vineyards that popped up in Amarillo. Unfortunately, it closed, so we don't have any of those grapes anymore. I think it was actually burnt by the feasting pig.
No, we
Anyway,
killed that.
oh,
Huh.
a lot of people have killed the feasting pig. It tends to come back.
Yeah.
oh, good.
Disappointing. Shame. I haven't. I just noticed none of the bottles you presented as having high value are yours. Kind of a shame, don't you think?
Well,
He's always had
mine.
self-esteem issues.
Hmm.
I'm still perfecting mine. This is kind of my wall of shame. Um, he says, gesturing to the entire rack of
Yeah.
Yeah.
wines.
Whenever
They're
we
all
would want to get drunk,
rosés.
we always drink
Oh
off the
my
wall of
God.
shame.
Only
It is
because
good
you
for
Jesus
want
that.
to.
Christ.
I can understand why. Well,
And then the next day you do the walk of shame.
At any rate, if you can spare a few bottles, I'm sure I could put them to good use.
Okay. How many of them do you think you'll need or want?
Just a few is plenty. Two or three.
Okay. And he reaches up and he's like, You see him kind of like deliberately trying to pick and then pull some off the shelf. They're all in the exact same bottle. You don't know how he knows the difference between them, but they are the exact same bottle, and he hands over 3 bottles of rosé.
Amazing.
How much is that in total?
Oh, yes, please. Let me compensate you.
I mean, I'd price them at probably 10 gold apiece.
Oh, well, okay. Here you go. 30 gold.
100 gold apiece.
Yeah,
So it's wine.
I thought it was more expensive than that for your spell.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought he was handing me the bottle that was worth 150 gold. That's the one that I want.
mean, you haven't tasted this yet, so you don't know.
You could buy the 5,000 gold bottle of wine and then just give everybody a thimbleful each time you want to.
Wait a minute. Let me read the spell again.
It just says 100 gold worth of wine. It doesn't say you have to consume an entire bottle, does it?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Hang on.
How crunk do you have to get to cast Fairy Toast?
Nope, it's just wine worth 100 GP. Fuck it, I'll take that ghost ship bottle. I mean,
Okay.
that was all above game. Damn, I meant.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's like enough for how many castings?
That was rude.
I think this one would probably. I mean, I can't part with it for nothing. I paid about 200 to 250 at auction, but it's.
I'll give you 1,000.
Here,
I'll take 1,000 for
I'll
it.
do 500 and you do 500, Valakar. How about that?
Oh shit, okay.
And he hands you over this bottle of wine. Yeah, I don't think I was ever going to get rid of it for 15,000.
Likely not. Not many people have that kind of coin.
Yeah.
And I want Abner to hand me the bottle, and I want to hand it to Valakar and just have a look of like peace offering in my eyes.
That's all you're getting for now.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
not a dick.
All right. And so you now have 3 bottles of rosé and one 15,000 gold bottle of wine. Do not put a value on the rosé because you don't know how much self-esteem issues and everything. You don't know how much this should be priced.
Okay,
It's a mystery.
3 bottles of mystery rosé.
Yes, you don't know how much they would technically be worth.
I'm literally writing mystery rosé.
Mystery rosé.
And 1 bottle of ghost ship wine.
That is 15,000 gold. So that should allow you to gauge how many castings of fairy toast you can do with it.
Quite a lot. 150.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's only 100 gold worth of wine. I thought it was 1,000 for some reason. Only 100 gold. Okay. All right.
So
150 castings of
We can fairy toast forever now.
Let's do
So
fairy toast for the rest of the campaign. Do you want a fairy toast now?
Oh,
Fairy toast
good.
now? We can fairy toast, fairy
I'll
toast
fairy toast
again,
right now.
and then fairy toast again. Each of us casting fairy toast.
We're gonna get crunk.
just absolutely
Oh my God,
shit-faced.
Yes, I cast fairy toast, and then somebody else casts fairy toast again for a different benefit, and then
Oh my
then we
God.
all
oh
take a
yeah,
short
because
rest.
we can cast fairy toast if you can cast fairy toast.
God damn.
And then you use our short rest spell slots to cast whatever spells you want, and then we all take a short rest, and those spells are back.
Holy shit. Okay.
You didn't really think this went through.
I have officially ruined the campaign. This is the point when I pull out the Tarrasque and hope that I can kill you all. Just kidding.
Harass like immune to magic, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So that's like all of us.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself,
I-
motherfucker. I got a ham.
And a yo-yo.
Special hammer.
Oh yeah,
And-
we're gonna take down a Tarrasque with a yo-yo.
Lyla has a sword.
Where's our rock? God damn it.
Lyla
The
can
stone of
stab it.
skipping from campaign 1. Yeah,
I do
it's
have-
hilarious how you all pick caster every time. It's
Mhm.
very rare anyone picks a martial class. Anyway, so yeah, you all have that those bottles of rosé and those bottles of wine. So yeah. As you all head back upstairs to your breakfasts.
Many thanks, Abner, and best of luck on the new blend.
Yes. Still working very hard on that one. And he kind of goes back and, all right, where was I?
Chauncey's just gonna like
Right.
idly be like, just to Jed's mom, he's like, how often does he come up out of the basement?
More often than you think.
He's not inhaling too many weird fumes down there, is he?
No, thankfully.
He's a good egg, just a little odd, but
Yeah, he does come up for family dinners. The occasional family breakfast, helps out occasionally. But yeah, he's mostly trying to get that wine business started.
good for
Well,
him.
hopefully the 1,000 gold we just gave him can do that.
Oh, that was very nice of you. I'm sure that will go a long way. His equipment is starting to get expensive.
Seemed like.
Yes, professional grade everything. Not sure it's totally working in his favor, but
Yeah.
Well,
He's harder on himself than it's worth.
Oh, we
any new
do-
shops or anything around town, Mom, that we could be interested in?
no, just the same old, same old. Chesterwick is still selling the same old stupid magic items, and Kana is as unpleasant as ever.
Any chores you need done?
Um, I mean, I need to prune the rose bushes, but other than that, we have everything handled. Thank you for offering, though.
Above game, DM, is it worth our time to go to Chesterwick and see what he has, or is nothing there?
Probably not.
Cool.
You remember if you remember, he was like basically a glorified joke shop. He
Yeah.
sold the orb of gonging.
Yes.
I
Hey,
think Lyla bought a lot of
You
stuff there.
traded
I
some.
remember.
Yes.
You
that
traded that,
came
right?
in
Yeah.
very useful. Okay.
It did, along with a spell, I think,
Uh-huh.
to convince Kana to part with the Cogtem's ointment, if I remember correctly,
Yeah. Mhm.
in exchange
Yep.
for the shitty orb of gonging that she definitely gave to her cousin to annoy everyone.
Yep.
Well, I
Also
think
got that. The wand of conducting and the wand of pyrotechnics.
Yes, you got those
Which-
there as well.
Karaoke night. Hello.
Oh yeah,
I think
Karaoke
unless
night is
anybody
a-
has like something they want to do, we can just say. I think Jed will help with the pruning of the stuff. I think it was probably like one of his jobs when he still lived here, and
I would say yeah, probably.
then we can just go to bed.
Yep. So you all head to bed and have a nice, lovely sleep. Um, Shaw, you have a dream. It feels like a prophetic dream,
Oh,
but it's very short. It's weirdly short. You see an island in your dream with a volcano, and you are gliding across the water towards it. It's perfect. A beautiful jungle, beautiful beaches. the volcano giving off the sort of white clouds it flows by. And then you see it begin to erupt. You then see in front of you the knife that you had seen on Jed's back, the Cinquedea with all of the skulls and other things, and a hammer. It doesn't look like Chauncey's hammer, but you have a feeling that that is Chauncey's hammer, and they float in front of you for a moment before you wake up.
Do I wake up like in the middle? Is this like in the middle of the night?
I'm going to say you wake up. It wasn't a harsh dream. You wake up gently as the rays of dawn are streaming through your window. And so you wake up normally.
Did I recognize the island with the volcano at all?
You do not. And I don't think Jed or does Chauncey know about the island, or is that just Jed? He hasn't shared what's going to happen after you all find the knives. Because I know Jed knows. But I don't know if everyone else knows.
Probably not.
Okay. So anyway, you get that vision.
It's about to be some shit.
It's about to be some shit for sure. I will, because this is like my go-to every time I have one of these streams. I'm gonna Chauncey will be the first person I go to about this stream.
All right.
Did we share a room or did we not share a room? Did you sleep in your
I think Jed like told his mom he was gonna go sleep in his bedroom and then snuck out of his bedroom to go into whatever room Chauncey's in, because Jed's personal bed is definitely a twin bed. So
yes.
He's like that.
Yes, it is. I think it also is still technically kind of like a teenage boy's room with still some of like the rocking horse that you used to have is kind of shoved in the corner with something thrown over it. That's more teen boy appropriate.
So
a rocking horse is not teen boy appropriate.
Well, it's hidden behind something more teen boy
more...
appropriate. Like they had nowhere else to put it, and so they're just like, just throw something over it.
So
well, y'all hear a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Jed, put pants on.
Fine. Jesus.
It's your mom. Put pants on.
Guys, it's me.
It's just Shaw.
No, stop. Come on in.
I walk in. Guys.
Additional question, is this a happy cactus room? Because I think it was half the rooms were happy cactus rooms, half the rooms were not.
Roll for happy cactus.
Yeah, okay. If I roll evens, it's happy cactus. If it's odds, it's not. I rolled a 2.
Yay! So it is a happy cactus room. All right.
Guys, divination stuff. I had a dream. Jed, do you wanna look in real quick?
Yeah, sure, yeah, why not? I'll detect thoughts and peep in that little brain into his.
Focus very hard. Island volcano.
Yep.
Knife.
So you
hammer.
See the island. It feels familiar. I don't think Jed has technically seen the island. You are aware of it, but you get the sense that that is the Isle of Creation, where you're supposed to go to the Crown of Flames to get this thing forged. You then see the Master Key, as it's called, that sort of Cinquedea that's on your back, and a hammer that you don't recognize, but get the sense that it's Chauncey's. And that's the dream.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's weird.
I haven't seen that island before, but I think it's probably where I need to go to forge the key.
Oh, Chauncey, it's a island volcano key. Your hammer's in there for some reason?
Yeah.
Oh, Chauncey is like, that sounds a little bit like a vision I had of my hammer when we did the thing.
The thing. Oh, the thing we upgraded.
Yeah, the forging. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw an island. It was very pretty and full of titans. Titans everywhere.
No
They're all
titans in my
dead
dream.
now, though.
Just a big volcano.
Well, why is everybody else getting visions about my shit? I don't get visions about my shit.
Oh.
It's the angels fucking with you.
It's the universe telling us to stop you.
Yeah.
Oh, Valakar!
Especially
Welcome
as
to our cactus
Oh,
room!
yeah.
Malakar walks in behind me.
Chauncey's
just,
just
like,
like
sense
slowly
that Shaw
trying to
was
pull
in
a
here?
pillow further.
I
to
guess
cover
I
his
guess I
very
woke up
half-naked
Malakar when I
self.
woke up. It's fine.
Where the hell's the fucking party?
And this
Like,
is
yeah.
getting having two couples in this party is getting messy.
First of all,
Couple's a strong word.
no.
Wait,
Um,
He's mad.
Chauncey just blushes as he's like, "Wait, did he just say we're a couple? Have I upgraded?" He's like mentally, he's like, "Have I upgraded from situationship?"
It's now at its complicated. Like-
Oh my God.
Relationship status has changed.
Oh my god. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, I guess did you see anything about like because I don't know where this is, right, Spencer?
You don't know where this is, but
Dude.
a big hint is it is surrounded by water.
Yeah,
In all
like
of your
real
visions,
water?
the island is surrounded by real water.
Real water, actual
Real,
water.
actual
shit.
water.
Is there like an ocean that we know
Do
about? Or
we
like
have-
a
are there
Great
oceans
Salt Lake or
still?
something? Like,
I mean, when in doubt, it's probably in the astral sea.
Somewhere that has actual water?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Unthinkable.
I don't think I've seen actual water in my life ever. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
sea
yeah,
water.
David, there's a
Yeah.
lake right
Yeah,
by
we
the
see-
town we live
it's a
in.
lake. It doesn't count.
Oh god, I've never seen water ever.
I'm
explains
so
the
parched.
I know, right? Everyone
I'm a
dies of
dried out
dehydration.
husk.
My mom is like 60 years old and has drank nothing but Coke for the last 40. Okay, so
Damn.
Oh my god, that's great.
Anyway, you do also know that you need, Jed, you would also know you need to go to the City of Bells, which you know for a fact is in the Astral Sea. That was told to you by one of the many visions that was shown to you. And that's actually where you're going to get the plan, the schematic to forge.
So many goddamn steps. Oh my god.
It's
Okay, well, that was
almost like
fun.
this
Could you
thing was
maybe-
specifically made to keep someone in, and so having easy steps to get them out is
Okay,
a bad
well,
idea.
That's just really inconvenient for me personally, Spencer.
Woo! Almost like it's
Chauncey's
not
gonna
supposed
just
to be
squeeze
convenient.
Jed's shoulder, and he's like, "Is there anything you want to tell us about these steps?" Because
I mean, we
Look,
have to
it's-
do so many of these steps
Okay,
with you. It would make
so-
it better if
First off, Maserati is not exactly forthcoming with like a lot. I only know where this key is, the one that we're going towards. I kind of know where another one is, and the other one I know the continent that it's on.
great.
okay, where are we going after? Where are these other two keys?
Well, the one I know more about is in Thunderhorn Plus.
Shaw
Oh.
just looks at Chauncey like,
Chauncey's like had this really like, I'm leading him to water. He's gonna drink. He's gonna share more with the party. Minute he says that, like the slight smile on his face just drops a little as he's like, "Oh,
Can Adrien come into this situation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
yeah. You can be
Huddle.
walking.
everybody's in the
Yeah.
room. Chauncey and Jed are half naked under the covers.
Yeah.
It's fine."
I text Adrien, impromptu team meeting. Like,
Cactus room number 3.
He accidentally goes to practice room number 2.
You
So
open the door,
you
there's
hear
no
a
one in there.
scream.
I squeeze Chauncey's hand. I'm like, that's why I was kind of worried to tell you about that one.
Oh no.
Do these
Yes,
locations have
please.
like a theme at all, or
Or is it just our personal trauma? Are we gonna have to go? We're gonna have to go back to, I don't know. Where
where
did
was the last one again?
The
After
the last one, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Spencer, is in Red Mesa, the continent.
Yes.
so we just know
So yeah, it's the Bayou
plate
on
of Red
Ponderosa
Mesa.
Prime, Thunderhorn Bluff on Devil's Ridge, and somewhere in Red Mesa.
My notes on Red Mesa are very small.
Well, you
So
haven't gone to Red Mesa before.
Yeah, it's literally a sentence.
Jed, do you have any of the daggers on you right now?
I have two, right?
Yes, you do have two. The one from Drake's Ridge and then the one from Amarillo.
We could try to
I could.
make a tracking device to see if they emit similar arcane frequencies.
I could
Yeah,
scry.
sure.
Do what now?
I mean, the like key that I saw in my vision, is that like all of them combined, or
Yeah, so
Yeah.
after I get all of the keys, we need to go to the city of Bells, right,
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
To get a plan, a schematic, and then go to the place that your vision was about, Shaw, to forge it.
Jesus, okay. Which
Yeah.
is where your hammer's from, maybe?
Yeah, I saw them. The hammer was made by Titans, and then there was like a civil war of Titans, and they all died except one who carried the hammer on and passed it on to their pupil, who passed it on to their pupil, who murdered their eventually got to Corrigan. She murdered and corrupted it, I think. Wait, do I have to forge this knife for
That's what I
you?
was about to say. Are you like gonna use a Titan forge to make his key?
You don't know. Could be.
Talk about enabling.
Oh my gosh. Problematic. Okay. I want breakfast.
Hot twist.
At this point, you do start smelling bacon and sausage.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it
can't
We could
do
calls
all
this food
meet
me.
downstairs for breakfast if you all could just please leave the room.
Oh my gosh.
Right. With the pants. Yeah.
Once they all leave, Jed looks at Chauncey and just has maybe you need to roll insight or something, but
I'll roll insight. Fuck it.
sure.
I'm really bad at this.
Not
I got
funny.
a 3 minus 1.
Oh my
It's a
God.
2.
I'm glad there's
Oh.
something that Chauncey's bad at. It makes me feel good.
Jed
Oh,
seems
no.
fine.
Jed's
He's fine.
Everything's
He's
normal.
He's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. I love
I
that.
guess what you don't notice is that Jed is feeling. I mean, he knows his party has a lot of power over him in this endeavor, as there's 4 of you who are
Yeah.
helping him with this, and he knows he's walking on very thin ice with a lot of it, and now there's something concrete of if Chauncey is the one that needs to forge this with the hammer, there's something concrete. Chauncey has power over Jed.
Yeah, Chauncey
in
like
this.
has to be a part of this. Yeah. Ugh.
All
Are you
right.
just. Do I have something on my. I mean, I'm not. Chauncey's like half pulling his pants at that point. He's like, what? Jed?
What?
Are you enjoying the view or what? You're kind of just staring off into the. I mean, if you're enjoying the view, we could be late to breakfast, I guess.
Yeah, just I'm gonna get some sausage and eggs. I'll meet you down.
Some sausage and eggs.
Some sausage and eggs.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But I thought he already got his fill last night. Anyway. So yeah, you all have a lovely breakfast.
Breckies.
It is the same as the breakfast was previously, of course, but the Rose Inn has its traditions.
Valakar, famously sloppy eater. Like, what is a fork? Is the question. Just tossing that out there.
Every now and then, I'll just telekinetically shove a piece of food back into your mouth.
You see Cassie come by and like very pointedly put a napkin on the table and just do that like 3 or 4 times, and Valakar has like 3 napkins.
Adrien is off
Which
to the
he has
side,
just been
dabbing
like
his mouth.
looking at. Like,
Adrien is off to the side, dabbing his mouth, and he says under his breath, "So uncivilized."
Like in the middle of breakfast, Chauncey's just gonna be like, it's really nice here. Like,
bacon's good.
I like Creators Hollow. It is really nice.
no, I mean here, but
The Roseanne. Also,
yeah, I mean,
great
like,
location.
we stopped at my family's house and my dad went back to reading in like 10 minutes. I get that they get caught up in their work, but come on. I didn't even get to ask them. That's fine.
Maybe it was a really good book.
I feel like, I mean, they've always kind of been like that, Chauncey. I think it's just people that live that long don't really feel the rush.
Well, not everybody's gonna get to live that long, Jed. I don't know how long I'm gonna get to live. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
I think it is for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, you could
Somehow
Angel
both
could be coming through
uplifting
that
and
window
morbid at
any
the same
minute.
time.
Just off with my head.
It would be if it happened, what, the 3rd time? Like,
Third time.
You get attacked by a high volume of angels.
mhm.
Did you know you're more likely to be attacked by an angel?
Than a shark, right? Like,
Shockingly, yes.
You get attacked by
For this
more angels
party.
than sharks,
Yep.
than
People
dragons.
people literally always say that devils are the ones, but man, it's really been angels.
The whole time.
all right. Should we get going then?
Are we walking? Are we taking the Dragonelles? Are we?
You could take the dragonelles. I left the chicken with my sister. She should have probably taken care of them, I hope.
Oh, Marseille.
All right.
You show up in Marseille's starving.
I'm coming, Cinnamon 2.
They're either starving or all the bats are dead.
Whom you met first. I
I
cannot
really hope they
stress
didn't eat
enough.
any of our bats.
I'm sorry, he's always been Cinnamon 2.
I'm not fighting it. I'm just.
He just has Cinnamon 2 vibes, all right?
Oh, I love it.
Okay. So yeah, you head on over to the vacant lot behind the Og's Old Promise that is just a crumbling exterior of a building
Cool.
that these Dragonelle are kind of just pacing around in. You do see Winifred standing there with an empty bag in her hand as the Dragonelles are looking expectantly at her. I don't have any more. I don't know what you're looking at. Oh, hey, Chauncey.
Hey, Winnie, thank you. I hated doing that, like leaving pets in your siblings' care just because you're spending the night somewhere else is kind of not what I wanted to do, but thank you. They didn't cause any problems, did they? Did they get any bats?
Did you
No,
say
they didn't.
troublums?
Problems.
I did say problems. Shut up.
I love troublums. I'm
I
here
have
for
a lot of
troublums.
troublums.
I need to design a creature called
Excuse you, it is a very,
Troublins.
very funny word that Chauncey and I use amongst ourselves. Thank you very much.
And now I'm going to hold it over his head forever.
It's not
mean-
perfect.
It's fine. This is fine. Hi. Hi, sis. Ignore them. They don't matter as much, right? Right.
I guess not. But
I
they
think
were
I matter a
surprisingly
lot,
good.
and I smack Chauncey on the ass and walk over to Cinnamon too.
I was gonna say, yeah, Malachar just had to from Marseille, just like
Well, I see things
one
are getting back to normal slowly.
I get that you
Oh,
shipped us, but come on, come on.
Well, I don't know if you want this bag back, but you should probably wash it. It had so many raw chickens in it. Why did you? Okay, never mind.
Sometimes a man just needs a bag of raw chickens and a sister who is supportive enough not to ask
It's a
questions.
man thing.
Well, I wish you all of luck with your newfound desire for raw chicken.
Hey, we kind of beat a swift exit yesterday. Did Silas ever get in touch with Mom? I ran into him a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yes, he did. Um, he
He's
can't
nice.
come over until next month, but we're planning on having a family dinner then.
Oh, maybe I'll try to make it if I'm still alive.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
He'll come with me too.
Jed?
Well, I'd hope so.
Oh,
Dad,
okay.
do you want to be my date to a family dinner?
Oh, wow. That sounds so great. Um, I'm just so busy these days.
Who knows where we're gonna be?
he's got chapel that day.
You know I love your family.
You know my dad's cooking is pour your own molasses on it to your heart's content.
Well,
It
He's that
was
way about a lot of things.
effective.
Not the only thing he pours molasses on. What?
What could
What?
that possibly mean, Chauncey? Was
I
that an
don't
innuendo about
What?
your dad?
No, it was an innuendo about you idiot.
Oh,
It's
Malachar
I've
is
done
just
that.
like up on the dragon already.
I'd be like, Malachar, give me a lift.
look, I
My
don't
fault.
need
I
to
try
know
to be
how you
flirty and
flip
funny
your
like the rest of you, and I
pancakes.
fall face first.
it was a
Alright.
good effort, babe.
I
Gotta buy you to get you guys.
I don't need to know how you two flip your pancakes. We'll just leave that mystery be.
How many shrimp do you think Cinnamon 2 needs to eat?
I
Depends on the size of the shrimp, honestly, but I'm gonna go back inside. I have more music to sing.
Bye.
Bye. I will see you
Fred.
later. Hopefully,
to
I'll
see
see
you
you at the family
again.
dinner.
now, if you three are done twiddling each other's dicks,
oh my
I'm
And you
never
just
done
see
with that.
Winifred just flick her hands up and walk into the house.
god.
The way you just said that, I thought for half a second you were Billiam again.
God damn it.
I'm Billiam, not him.
All right.
William comes out when things
no,
get
I'm dirty. man.
Oh my God.
God.
Okay.
Once we like lift off, I want to say to Chauncey, out of your family, like Winnie's probably my favorite, but the whole singing good morning thing, that's a lot. Like no one likes the person who oversings happy birthday,
I think the thing that I need to accept sometimes is my family really commits to the bit. Like we have most of us have our thing, and like it's all we fucking care about 90% of the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or like
I will
75%.
say she doesn't necessarily oversing Happy Birthday. That's kind of an understatement. She seems like the type where everybody stays silent and she sings Happy Birthday to you. And no one else joins in.
Yeah.
And it is a full-blown
It was a lot
opera
of fun
performance.
that day. My 10th birthday party was a lot of fun.
The 3.5 minute 90s kick out. Like,
Lots of runs, very operatic. Throws in some of the aria of the Night Queen from the Magic
yeah,
Flute Serenade in the middle.
Oh my god.
100%.
Yeah, Chauncey's gonna just like tighten his gripper because Jed always drives the Dragonelles because he has a better animal handling check than Chauncey. He's just gonna like squeeze around his waist tighter and like grind up a little. He's like, just keep driving.
Jeez, freaking horn dog.
Where the hell are we going? Bog's End? Bog's Ass? What?
I
Bog
hope
End,
not to
yes.
Bog's
Bog
ass.
End.
It's just Bog's ass.
Bog Ass.
Welcome to Bog Ass. Just on the
Oh my
side.
god.
Anyway, so it becomes clear that if you do not get closer to the ground and perhaps walk your dragonelles, it's going to be hard to get through the thick foliage that is over top of the bayou. As you start seeing trees covered in Spanish moss, and the road begins to turn into wooden bridges that begin to zigzag across the landscape in long, seemingly unending lines that vanish into the thick wood. The dragonelles
Spanish, huh? Sorry.
eventually descends. The path is surprisingly wide enough for the dragonelles to walk on, but it is kind of uncomfortable how little space is left. But you manage to land and walk your dragonelles through the forest, and eventually you do make it to what appears to be Bog End. There is the houses here are round for some reason. They're round with conical shaped roofs on various levels of stilts. And it seems there is a singular window that kind of runs around all of the houses. There is a large sort of square in the middle where there is a almost what looks like a kitchen with a huge cauldron that you're watching someone stir. Their back is to you, but there's plenty of like fairy lights and lanterns and things hung up, and they're all lit as it's um very, very dark underneath this foliage. There is still some light streaming through, but this place is pretty dark. um and you see the people of Bog End. You see lizard folk, you see Triton, you see these very short, almost only 3 feet tall, catfish-headed people walking around, as well, carrying baskets of things. You also see various types of frog people.
Okay,
Um,
tell me more about the catfish.
so they are
Chauncey's
about
like,
3 feet
that's
tall.
what Lyla needs to turn into.
Oh God, no.
They
I mean,
do
for
have like the
sassy
big old
catfish.
whiskers and the big old catfish mouth and kind of
Okay,
the googly
this might be
eyes.
the new Applings for me.
Oh my God. Is that going to be your one shot? We all play.
It might
Actually,
be.
Lokata is actually a playable race. I think you can actually pick it on D&D Beyond. We wouldn't have to homebrew it like we did the Appling.
Oh God.
Anyway, so yeah, you see these people. They almost have like the swimming flippers that divers have. They almost have those just
Mhm.
as feet, and their
Incredible.
skin from head to toe is catfish skin. As they're just kind of slapping around.
You know
And
who
all
would
the
like
other
this place, guys? Duck with Yellow Hat.
Oh God.
Oh
Damn
my
it.
god.
Did you get Duck with Yellow Hat's actual name yet?
His name is Duck with Yellow Hat.
Hello, hat.
You know, I really don't understand that guy. All he ever does is quack.
Okay, let me bring him to karaoke night sometime. He'll grow on you.
He is part of the
Yeah.
Forest Bunch that is Karaoke Bear's entourage. So he's at every karaoke night.
All right.
So yeah, you make it in. You seem to be the only humanoid people there. And you all stick out like a
Yeah, I
absolute
was gonna
sore
say
thumb.
before we like go
Our
in there,
dragon elves.
Yeah. Should Lyla and I slip
Yeah.
into something more comfortable?
Yeah, I think so first of all, this is not Valakar's bag. So
He's like, I'm out.
thank you everyone, but cheers. And
I know,
yeah,
Clark.
we'll
It was
do
a nice night.
Lyla. We have to do 2 transforms here. So we're gonna do Lyla, and then Lyla disguises herself, but still maintains her personality as Furbolg?
You
we
don't
see
see any
furbolgs?
furbolgs here.
What did we see? We had oh
Yeah,
god, I don't want to be a
Triton,
catfish
sea elf,
Seen
thing.
Tritons. Just be a
lizard
sexy lady
folk.
Triton.
Yeah,
You could be a sexy
Okay.
lady Triton.
I'll be a sexy guy Triton.
There were Tritons here?
Yeah.
Yes, there are Tritons. There are Tritons, there are sea elves, there are the catfish people, there are various types of frog people.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
I'll be a scaly tits.
Yeah.
All right. So yep, you don your do you still look like Jed, except what Jed would look like as a Triton, or do you make a whole new face?
Mm, I want to look like a hotter version of Delmas.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
My name is Felmis.
I fucking hate you. Once he says this in character, you introduce yourself as Felmis. He's like, I fucking hate you.
And my dick's bigger too.
Well, I knew that already.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're
Delmas
horrible.
wasn't very big. But yeah, okay, so you enter town. There doesn't weirdly seem to be a tavern here. It seems the place has been replaced by sort of a communal kitchen. And as you get closer, it is actually a green hag that is stirring this huge pot of what appears to be some sort of like maybe a gumbo or something like that, as she's adding in like big, huge chunks of fish and other things like that. She's stirring and dishing out bowls to people.
Do you need any help?
Oh no, Slimy Agatha doesn't need any help.
Slimy Agatha, you
I love
Nice.
you already, Slimy.
I am obsessed with you.
I give my lover a Slimy Agatha every other night. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
God damn it. Anyway. So she does
Panic
dish
button.
you up bowls of gumbo. She has an eye just bulging out of her head that is a completely different eye. It's like a
Wow.
strange sort of lizard-like crocodile eye, and her other eye is a little bit more human, but unnaturally green and kind of sagging a little bit. It doesn't seem to move as much, and she has these gnarled hands and hunched back as she's stirring
Shaw passes on the
gumbo.
gumbo and
It
we'll
is
have some
just
rations.
gumbo.
I am never taking anything from a hag again.
Is there a check that I can make?
What check would you be making?
Yeah, shit. I
Um,
don't have detect poison.
Right, like I don't know, Arcana or
I'm still traumatized from my last hag experience, so
I will
I
let you make an Arcana check since you read about kitchen witchery.
that is gonna damn you. 15.
So a lot of kitchen witchery is not about harming people. It's about blessing people, giving them abundance and health and other things like that. It generally is a more um beneficial form of magic. It's very hard to do things like poison or kill or curse someone with kitchen witchery. It's more of a pleasant craft than some of the other stuff that is around in the Bayou. So the likelihood of this being, if it's cursed by another means.
Yeah, the only
But
curse I'm gonna get is food poisoning.
yep, to everyone who
Does
wants one, she dishes up some gumbo into these very large wooden bowls.
Okay.
does Slimy Agatha seem like at a glance around whatever we're in like the center of town or something, right?
Yes.
Is there anybody else who looks like they're smart or in charge or
Is anyone else
anything?
eating this shit? Like what?
You do see one woman. She is a lizard folk woman who wears a bunch of like bones and beads and feathers and things, and she carries a staff that kind of looks like a shepherd's crook. Um, as she's kind of looking around. And you notice most people, they do have some sort of like little jewelry thing on that's like a bone or a tooth or like a couple of shells here and there. But she has like a full on, like almost chess piece of
Okay.
different
Is
things.
it giving like
It's giving
religious?
shamaness.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
I would probably prefer to talk to somebody who is not a hag. Um,
sort of does seem like the kind of folk what we was looking for.
hmm Um,
To that away.
to that
Chauncey's
away.
just got a bowl of gumbo at this point. And he's like, are we not
Yeah.
eating?
Tag
I'm
team
gonna
this,
let
Lyla.
you try first.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on
Um,
the gumbo, I think. Thank you kindly.
Yes, yes. More gumbo.
I will
Okay.
cast Detect Magic before I eat it to see if it's like cursed or anything.
Didn't we already go over
Um,
this?
there is incredibly minor enchantments on it. Um, you get the sense that it's slight transmutation magic. Like this is the level of magic you would get from like a prestidigitation on food.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Hell
kind
yeah.
of the
Chauncey's
level
just
of it. It is very good. After a while, it does start catching up. It is a bit spicy. There's a kick, and it's
mm,
building.
mm,
Sexy.
mm. I like the heat.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts before I approach the shamaness.
Uh,
All right. Um, so yeah, other people around you kind of you just get this. They're going about their day. They're not thinking about anything too, you know. She, however, is kind of focused on, all right, does everyone have what they need? I think so.
Shall we, Lyla?
Seems fine.
um, pardon me,
Use us, madam.
Mistress, Your Excellency.
You may call me Shaman Histra.
Shamanistra?
Histra.
No,
Shaman Histra.
Histra.
Like a snake.
Yes, Histra, but she is a lizard folk.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Well,
Myself. Ooh.
My friend here would like to talk
Yeah,
with you.
for sure.
I figured.
Well, myself and my friends here have been traveling, and we thought you might be able to share with us some information about the surrounding swamps.
Ah, yes. Dangerous for travel. Try and stick to the roads. She says, pointing to like the wooden roads that are pointed out. The will-o'-the-wisps are out in number these days.
The willows?
The
Will-o'-wisps.
will-o'-the-wisps.
The will-o'-the-wisps. Gotcha.
We're sort of looking for something though. Well, I don't really know exactly how to describe what we're looking for.
It's a blade. That we've heard is rumored to be here.
I'm not aware of any blade here in the Bayou.
Perhaps a crypt or some such.
Many things have been lost to the swamp. But
Any particular places of legend?
not...
Also, I'm scanning her mind the entire time, making sure everything she's saying is true. Like,
She's flicking through like there's particularly like magical trees and a few shipwrecks from old ships that have ghosts in them, or
okay.
trees associated with certain hags or certain tree spirits or treants that are in the woods.
And none of that is
Um,
pinging my spooky
none of
warlock
it is
vibes.
none of it is pinging the spooky warlock vibes, as she's
Wait,
not a crypt.
hmm.
I am unsure.
Well, that was about all I had.
Do you know anybody else in town who might be able to point us in the right direction?
There is Slimy Agatha, but
Of course there is.
Of course.
she is
So
a
good.
hag.
Chauncey's finished the bowl at this point. He's like, she makes a mighty fine bowl of gumbo. That slimy
She
Agatha.
certainly does.
Well, thank you for your time. Then we might go chat with her.
If you do not get anything from Slimy Agatha, I might be able to help for a price.
Thank you so
Oh.
much for all of your help.
Does she mean like she would lead us somewhere, or like?
From what you understood from reading, she might just be doing some sort of ritual to commune with Thousand Teeth.
Okay.
Since she seems to be a priestess, a shaman of the lizard
Gotcha.
folk.
Well, that would be very helpful. We'll circle back if Slimy Agatha can't help us.
Back to Agatha.
Hey, Mama, we're back.
Hey, hang on,
As
Mama.
she's
Hello.
starting, she looks up with her like crocodile, like lizard eye. Want more of Slimy Agatha's gumbo?
Yes.
You know what? I'll give it a try, Slimy Agatha.
Brew it.
Yes. As
The
she just
best
starts.
gumbo I have ever eaten. It's also the only
Good.
gumbo I've ever
Slimy,
I'm gonna eat it.
Slimy Agatha makes it with love.
I guess we'll tip her a couple
Yeah.
copper.
I'll give her a gold piece.
Oh shit, alright, I'll give her a gold too. God
I
damn it.
have a question though. What ingredients go into your gumbo?
Don't,
Slimy
that's not-
Agatha uses
Please don't tell us.
prawn and rice, tomato, catfish, those sorts of things. And plenty of hot chilies.
Choice.
Incredible.
Sounds tame enough.
This is delicious. But I was hoping I could ask you a little bit about the surrounding area.
Oh, Slimy Agatha knows many things.
Perfect. Am I able to read her mind?
Do you want to read her mind?
What does it define as like things of minds you can read? Is there like a species sort of restriction?
Let
Like,
me look. Detect thoughts.
because she is a hag. She's like very obviously a
thoughts of
hag.
Certain creatures. When you cast spells, blah blah blah, you can focus your
It's
mind on any
just-
one creature. If the creature you choose is if the creature you choose has intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any languages, it's unaffected. That's all I see about it
Pretty
not
sure
working.
that's it.
Yeah.
Other than like
Oh.
the ring of mind shielding.
That is a stupidly powerful spell. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do start reading her mind. You do know now that the secret ingredient in the gumbo is an extra bay leaf.
Oh,
Really?
It's an extra it's one extra bay leaf than what you would put in. And as you're kind of talking, she's flicking through the same locations. You do see a few more of like very old world monuments. But nothing that pings your warlock senses as she's, what would you like to know? What can Slimy Agatha tell you?
We're searching for a blade, a sort of a long dagger. We've heard it's somewhere around here.
Slimy Agatha does not deal in lost things. Slimy Agatha deals in found things. You might want to ask Thousand Teeth.
Oh God.
All right.
Well, all right.
I had a feeling it was coming to that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Slimy Agatha. We'll go convene with the shamaness.
Bye,
Slimy
Agatha.
Agatha is always happy to help. As she goes back to stirring her gumbo and adding more stuff in.
This is really good.
It is. And the secret ingredient, 2 bay leaves.
I'm just saying, if we go back to Shaman Histra and she tells us that we need to go talk to Slimy Agatha,
You're like, I swear to
We
God.
might be getting the runaround, yeah.
gonna lose my mind.
I'll go
Hi
back.
again.
Hi, Shaman Histra. It's us again.
Ah, I
It turns out we
figured.
could use your help.
Yes, I figured. Slimy Agatha knows many things, but not everything.
Well, you could have just told us that before you sent us back there.
Well, I was not sure if it was something she could help with.
Well, according to her, Thousand Teeth can help us.
Yay.
I don't call on Thousand Teeth lightly, so I wanted to be absolutely sure it was not something.
Do you do it darkly?
What's it gonna cost us to get you to call on Thousand Teeth?
Is he like a god or like a monster? Or what? What are we working with here?
He is our great ancestor, the first
God.
of all lizard folk, our king and our god.
Okay.
Cool.
He
Cool.
demands a sacrifice of gold and flesh.
All right.
Okay.
When you say flesh,
Any
what
flesh
exactly?
will do, but it
No,
must be
chickens.
freely given.
Oh.
Oh wait, like people flesh?
Any flesh.
Would like a shrimp work? I like poke a shrimp out of my gumbo.
It would. But you would need more than just one.
How many are we talking?
Okay, looks like we're fishing.
Perhaps a pound. I'm not sure if Slimy Agatha will part with a pound, but any flesh you have.
What did I
Okay,
just
that's
say?
slightly
What did I just
Just some fetch quest bullshit.
This is World of Warcraft vanilla all over again.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I go to Slimy Agatha. Hey again, it's me. Would you be willing to let me buy a pound of shrimp?
Will you give Slimy Agatha 15 gold?
Sure, Queen.
Oh, but that is some expensive ass shrimp.
Yeah, seriously, shrimp is like
Slimy Agatha is a lady of business.
It's
Make it
Slimy
10.
Agatha knows why
What?
you need the shrimp.
Slimy Agatha, I have this business partner back home named Dez, and I think the two of you would be thick as thieves.
Does this Des like gumbo and hot peppers?
She likes hot things.
Whoa. Slimy Agatha may need to talk to her.
Are we gonna get another weirdo in our town?
You all head back after
I
all
know
of
a
this, and
really good
Slimy
place
Agatha
for
is
you
just
to
cooking in the
move
town
to.
square.
Yeah, Agatha.
We are recruiting too many people to this place I'm trying to destroy, okay? We need to stop.
Maybe that's the
If Slimy
point.
Agatha lives there, I don't
Just
think he'll blow it up
gradually-
It
so
literally,
easily.
when Slimy Agatha moves in, that's when Jed has his change of heart.
I mean,
Um,
he's
Kill this
already
innocent
willing to
old
kill.
cat.
All right, Slimy Agatha, here's 10 gold
Gradually
or
growing
15
the
gold or
amount of
whatever.
people that you like.
And she reaches into a bag and pulls out another cloth bag and opens it. That's about a pound, and hands you. They are not shelled. They still have their shell on.
Perfect.
But it is shrimp.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Slimy Agatha. All right, Shaman Histra. Here we go. Let's make it happen.
I'm
Oh, by the way,
surprised
you
she
need
parted
Slimy
with
Agatha.
it.
I swear to God, she says, "Oh, by the way, you need Slimy Agatha's spoon."
No. And for the gold, I only require 1 gold coin.
That's an easy
Here you
call
go.
fraud.
Most people cannot pay it, but they can save.
Guys, if we moved here, we would be so fucking rich.
We're rich everywhere.
Don't you all have like 300,000 gold combined or something?
I'm actually
I
poor.
still have 25,000.
I have
Yeah, I
There's like
25,000 vanilla,
25,000 of actual gold and
25
then
of
25,000
gems.
gems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Oh wait,
like
Shaw, you're poor.
I have
Ew.
like 50 gold.
Oh my god.
Wow, I have no money.
Oh, that was because he didn't go to the Giant's Castle and get a
I
bullshit amount
literally
of
have
gold.
50 gold.
Chauncey's just gonna be like,
Funny.
Lyla, are you sure he's with you for you and not for gold?
Damn.
He's with her for why you.
Right, right.
He's a literal gold digger.
Oh my god.
Uh, it's fine. He's never asked me to buy him nothing, so
Come to my shrine and we will do the ritual.
I mean, okay.
Okay.
So she
Chauncey's
leads
like, we could
you
put a
off
little
to
coffee shop on that corner,
Oh
and
God.
Italian's like operating in gentrification mode for a hot
I
second.
would
God
love to
damn it.
open up a coffee shop here. That would be so cute.
Sims Town Builder.
Stuff there, shopping mall there.
Oh my goodness.
Do you think Slimy Agatha would make coffee instead of gumbo?
No.
No.
No, this is the only thing she's allowed to make. She's not allowed to make anything else.
Only gumbo.
So you
forever.
all head
I'm just saying she
into-
seems really about gumbo.
She really does.
She has a bit of a gumbo obsession. As she takes you into this shrine, you do see it has a crocodile skull suspended from the ceiling. There are fabrics draped everywhere. There are decorations made of bones and wood and other things. And she gets out a piece of chalk and draws on the floor of this shrine a sort of sigil. It's different than you've ever seen. A lot of curly cues and a lot of circles and boxes and things that you're not quite sure what they mean. A lot of large dots. And she places a sort of bowl in the center, along with other bowls that have things like powders and a small doll and teeth and twisted up old, like dried out parsnips and carrots and a few other things. Place the flesh and the gold coin in this bowl
I'm
here.
just gonna cast
Just
mage
like-
armor on myself real quick.
Just like turn out the bag of shrimp and put it in there and put a gold piece on top of it.
Uh-huh. And
Should have
Double
brought a bay
gumbo.
leaf.
And a bay leaf.
Just one, no, two bay leaves.
know that there is a possibility he will not heed us. Know that you have paid. And she
I
gets
want
out
my
a
shrimp
drum.
back.
She gets out a drum and she begins to play the drum as she begins to sing in Draconic, which, of course, Jed, you would be able to
Hell
understand.
yeah.
It seems to be a prayer to Thousand Teeth,
I
describing
hold
him
cinnamon
as...
and make him dance for the songs of his culture.
It seems to reference him being so large that trees grow on his back, being so large that things can live in his stomach, that he is the point in which all lizard folk come and that sort of thing. And as she's playing, the air kind of changes. There's magic kind of flowing, this sort of wild magic that seems to change the colors of the air around them until she kind of stops with her hands in the air. Her eyes glow white, and you see the back wall begin to change. It's a swamp flooded with sort of this pink and gold light of the golden hour, and behind her is a huge crocodile, trees growing off of its back, its eyes also glowing, and she seems to speak with its voice. You have come. You have a question. Ask.
Oh shit.
Um, hello, great Thousand Teeth. I am searching for. I pull out one of the daggers. One of these blades here in these swamps. Could you tell me where it is?
The implement of the demon. His cult has been driven out, but his crypt remains.
Called it.
You knew it was the crypt, yeah.
I mean, it fits the vibes, you know.
What's this crypt called?
Yeah, where is it, please?
It is a day's ride in a boat away from here. It is marked by 6 horses of stone. You will be guided there. I shall see to it. And there is a rumble that seems to shake the earth as it walks backwards, crushing trees. You hear the cracking of wood as the room returns to normal, and Hystra's eyes go back as she... I see you have spoken to our god.
You know, as godly visitations have gone, probably the best one we've had.
Yeah,
It's pretty chill.
not,
Yeah.
not terrible.
Yeah.
1002
Short.
seems like really a good god.
I give
Short,
it a 10
fast,
out
to
of
the
10.
point. Yeah.
If I could leave 5 stars, I would.
Amazing customer
Just
service.
costs some shrimp and a gold coin. I'm down. I'll be a
Great.
follower.
Great value, fast shipping.
Do you have any,
Yeah.
do you have any information for potential converts?
A
Pamphlet?
pamphlet.
As a matter of fact, she says, pulling out... No, I'm kidding. She doesn't. I am glad I
pamphlet's cut
answered
out of
your
the shit.
questions. But he is more of a folk god. Probably why he was spared from the apocalypse.
Well, he was very helpful.
That is good to hear. And you see in the dish, it's ash. There is no shrimp. There is no gold coin. It is ash.
Mhm.
I see he has accepted your sacrifice.
Guy likes shrimp.
Yep.
He
Who doesn't?
enjoys flesh.
I mean, we all enjoy a little bit of flesh every now and again, am I right?
Mhm.
Indeed. Which reminds me, I should probably eat lunch.
All right. Well, we'll get out of your
Let you have your
hair.
lunch.
As you all leave the shrine, you see people are kind of standing at the edge of the sort of town square, looking off into the swamp and kind of looking and pointing. And as you turn, there's a boat creaking towards you.
He even got us a
Standing on
ride.
it is a skeletal figure, the flesh still on it, but drawn so tight. The mouth is almost a lipless oval with the yellowing teeth exposed, the hollow eye sockets with a glowing flame as it rose towards you in a patchwork robe. It reaches out its hands, cracking as if this hand has not been in use in quite some time, only wrapped around the oar of this boat. As it points to you, I will take you to where you need to go. Pay me 1 coin for each of your eyes and 1 for each of your tongues. And that is where we are going to end this week's session. So join us next week as they get a ride to wherever this place is that Thousand Teeth promised them that he would be taking them. So join us next week.